सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः हरि ओम वेलकम टू दिस 13th day of Srimad Bhagavad Gita Shravana Sadhana Yajna based on Bhagavan Adisankaracharya's commentary. Here we are in chapter 3. Yesterday we concluded with chapter 2, where from the Sthita Prajna Lakshana, the qualities of a man of steady wisdom, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan, for the person who gives up all desires of the mind, Atmanyeva Atmanatushtaha Sthita Prajnastadochyate, and one who is established in the self alone as the self is called a Sthita Prajna. And it ended with Esha Brahmi Sthitihi Partha Na Yenam Prapya Vimuhyati. Having attained that state of Sthita Prajna, Brahmi Sthiti, the person does not get deluded to believe that I am deluded into believing that I am the body. So that is delusion basically. He doesn't fall into that state of delusion. And now the second chapter is all about Jnana Yoga, where the hint, it is also the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. The whole Bhagavad Gita is given there. It talks about Karma Yoga. The famous verse Karmanyevadhikarasya appears in the second chapter, as well as the next verse following. What is karma? What is yoga? Yogasthak kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Balance of mind is called yoga. Very, very famous verses in chapter 2. They have come on karma yoga and balance of mind. And it also talks basically about, it's called Sankhya Yoga, which means Jnana Yoga. It talks about knowledge. It talks about meditate. It talks about being in a quiet state of mind, being in the self as the self, and the qualities of a self-realized person, which are explained in the last few verses from Prajahati Yada Kaman. In the third chapter, Arjuna has listened to all that, and now he is having a doubt. Krishna tells him to fight, but he is talking very glorifyingly about Jnana Yoga. He says it is very good to be a Jnani, it is very, very good to meditate, it is very good to give up all actions, give up all desires, and sit quietly in meditation. So he is glorifying knowledge. Now Arjuna is getting a doubt. Why are you are glorifying knowledge, but at the same time you are telling me you do action? So isn't this out of logic? Or why is it so? You are a good friend of mine. You glorify something and you say you do this because you should do this only. So what is this? What is this, Krishna? Arjuna is asking this question. Because Arjuna is Krishna's friend also. Even though he has surrendered to him, taking him as guru to show him the path about what to do and what not to do, still his mind is not clear about what Krishna is speaking. And so he feels free to ask this question. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Tritiyodhyayah. Arjuna Uvacha. Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Mata Buddhir Janardana. Tatkim Karmani Ghore Mam. Niyojayasi Keshava. O Krishna, you are saying Jayasi, very, very great. What are you saying? Karmanaha Jayasi Chet, Buddhihi Janardanaha, Janardana Karmanaha Te Jayasi Mata. Mata means you are thinking. Mata is I am thinking. And I am thinking that more than action, like Krishna is thinking that more than action, being in the state of meditation or knowledge is great. You are thinking that way, Krishna. Jayasi Chet, Karmanaha Te Mata Buddhihi. Buddhi means the intellect. Being in the state of meditation is great. This is what you think. Tat kim Krishna, then why Krishna? Karmani ghoremam niyojayasi. Why are you engaging me in this action which is ghora? Ghora means rajasic. It is full of rajas. What is the action he is engaging Arjuna in now? He is engaging Arjuna in this action of war, in this action of fighting with people, in this action of killing people, in this action of seeing all the members of his family being dead in a short while when the war begins. Niyojayasi Keshava, O Keshava, O Krishna, O Janardana. Two names he is using for Krishna. Janan Ardayati iti Janardanaha. Keshava is Keshini Shodana, the one who has killed the Asura called Keshi. Krishna has done all this work. Krishna has participated in battle. He has killed people as a warrior, as a leader. So, and you are telling me, do action, while you praise inaction, you praise meditation, you praise knowledge. What is this discrepancy in your suggestion? He is not actually rudely asking this question. He is asking out of love. He is asking out of his own confusion. And mostly we get confusion only when we have to do something which we don't like to do. If we are told to do something that we like to do, we will engage in the action very easily. If we don't like to do, then we will have confusion. So that is, then we will have questions also about. Here, Bhagavan Adisankaracharya, as a prelude to this Karma Yoga chapter, he goes in very detail discussing between the Purva Pakshi and the Siddhanti about this chapter on Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the yoga of action, the yoga of right action and purification of mind through action. That is what this whole chapter is talking about. Because in the beginning itself, Bhagavan Sri Adisankaracharya has spoken about Pravritti Lakshanam, Nivritti Lakshanam, Vedokto Dharmaha. This Vedas have spoken about Pravritti Lakshanam Dharma, engaging in the world in the right way, and Nivritti Lakshanam Dharma, withdrawing from the world. Bhuti, Dve Buddhi Bhagavata Nirdishte, Sankhye Buddhihi, Yoge Buddhihi iti cha. Tatra Prajahati Yada Kamaniti Arabhya अध्याय परिसमाप्तेः सांख्य बुद्ध्याश्रितानां संन्यासं कर्तव्यम् उक्त्वा तेषां तन्निष्ठतया एव च कृतार्थता उक्ता एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः इति. Beginning from Prajahati Yada Kaman up to Esha Brahmi Sthiti, he talks about the Sankhya Buddhi and how it concludes in that state of Brahmi Sthiti. Arjunaya cha karma yoga karmanyeva adhikaraste mate sangahatu akarmani iti karma eva kartavyam muktavan yoga buddhim ashritya na tata eva Shreyaha Praptim Uktavan. So he tells Arjuna that you have to do karma, and there is no greater means that you can strive to achieve in this world without doing karma. So there is a discrepancy here apparently. Tat eva na shreyaha praptim muktavan. There is no other way by which you can achieve greatness in life. Tad etadalakshya paryakuli bhuta buddhihi arjunaha uvacha. That is why Arjuna, paryakula means he is very worried. Now, like, you will be wondering, if the teacher says something is very great, but you know you are not up to that mark, you do only this, so you feel very sad. Paryakula buddhihi, his mind is feeling very very upset about this. Katham bhaktaya shreyorthine yat sakshat shreyas sadhanam sankhya buddhi nishtam shravayitva mam karmani dushta aneka anartha yukte paramparyena api anekantika श्रेयः प्राप्ति फले नियुञ्ज्यात् इति युक्तः paryakuli bhavaha arjunasya. So Arjuna is basically feeling sad that Krishna has asked him to do karma yoga, while pointing out at the same time that jnana yoga is great. Ihatu ashrama vikalpam darshayata yavat jiva shruti choditanam eva karmanam parityaga uktaha. So it looks like in this third chapter, one person has been told that you should do karma only, whereas for these people they should do jnana only. So what is this whole analysis of the discussion between the teacher and the student, or the person who is questioning and the one who is expounding this, is being presented in this chapter before even the chapter begins. But for this verse, jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi. So tatha karmanaha shreyeskari bhagavata ukta buddhihi ashreyeskaram cha karma kuru iti mam pratipadayati tatkim nu karanam iti bhagavata upalabhyam iva kurvan tat kim kasmat karmani ghore krure himsa lakshane mam niyojayasi keshava iti chayat aha tatchana upapadyate. So he feels that you are engaging me in this beautiful action, in this gory action of killing, while you are at the same time praising akarma, or sitting in meditation. Atha smartena eva karmana samuchayah sarvesham bhagavata uktaha arjunena cha avadharitaha chet tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojesi ityadi katham yuktam vachanam. So there is a discussion here. If it is about smarta karma, or the actions prescribed by the Vedas, and jnana, is it being linked here? That is a question. The next question Arjuna asks is, Vyamishrene vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me tadekam vadanischitya yena shreyohamapnuyam. Vyamishrena iva vakyena buddhim mohayasi iva me. Krishna, my dear Krishna, it looks like as if you are confusing me now. Krishna is capable, he is Mohana Rupa, he is Mohana Krishna, he is called. So he is capable of causing confusion, and Arjuna might probably know about that after so many years of being his friend. So he says, Krishna, you're talking conflicting words and you're confusing my mind. Mohayasi, as if you're confusing my mind. I know you don't want, because he is Guru at this point of time. He has surrendered to Krishna and says, Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha prichami tvang dharma sammudha chetaha yachreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. He has surrendered to Krishna saying, I am your Shishya. Please enlighten me. Please guide me. I have a lot of confusion about what I should do. He has said all that. And now he is not going back on his words, but still he is seeking clarification. Vyamishrena iva vakyena. Your sentences, this is great. So if this is great, Arjuna is Krishna's friend, right? So you should tell me to do that, right? And that is what I want to do. I want to go and sit and meditate. I don't want to fight this war. That is Arjuna's plan. That is Arjuna's idea. So Krishna says, Jnana is great, but you do karma. Vyamishrena iva vakyena buddhim mama buddhim mohayasi. Tad ekam vada nishchitya. Now, Krishna, you please confirm, you please clarify for yourself, nishchitya, and having decided one thing, tadekam vada, yena shreya aham apnuyam, by which I can attain that kind of the supreme space in my mind. Shreya means the best that I can have. Prayer means immediate pleasures in life is prayer. Shreya is just the opposite. It is not immediate. It is lasting pleasure. For example, ice cream is prayer. Chocolates is prayer. Good health is shreya. Good health is common for everybody, but the prayer may be different. Whatever we may get benefited by with happiness will be different, but shreya is what is good for all. Harmony is shreya, peace is shreya, good health is shreya, then well-being is shreya, or peace of mind is shreya, meditation is shreya, realization of the self is shreya, self-actualization is shreya. So, by which means I can attain that shreya sthiti? You please tell me, Krishna. Arjuna is now asking Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Vyamishrena iva yadyapi vivikta abhidayi Bhagavan tathapi mama manda buddhehe vyamishram iva Bhagavad Vakyam pratibhati. So Arjuna is a student here. He is not questioning the teacher. He is not arrogantly ascribing confusing language to the words of the teacher. He says, Krishna, I am manda buddhi. I am not able to understand what you are saying. You said that is good, that is great, but you do this. You are saying this, Krishna. I am not able to get that logic. So Arjuna is a good student. He is not moving forward until he clarifies. At the same time, he is not doubting the veracity or the questioning the teacher's intellect. He says, I am manda buddhi. This is Bhagavan Adisankaracharya's explanation, where he goes into the mind of Arjuna and he says, I am the manda buddhi adhikari. I do not know. I don't have clarity. Tena mama buddhim mohayasi iva. That is the reason why, as if you know, I am experiencing confusion about this statement. Mama buddhi vyamoha apanayanaya hi pravrittaha tvam tu katham mohayasi ataha bravimi buddhim mohayasi iva me mama iti. So my intellect is confused. Tvam tu bhinna kartrikayoho jnana karmanoho eka purusha anusthana asambhavam yadi manyase tatra evam sati tat tayoho ekam buddhim karma va idam eva arjunasya yogyam buddhi shaktiyavasthanurupam iti nischitya vada bruhi yena jnanena karmana va anyatarena shreyaha aham jnanena karmana va anyataram shreyaha aham apnuyam prapnuyam. Please tell me, by jnana or by karma I will get shreya. You tell me one. So iti bhagavata uktam anyatarat eva jnana karmanoho vakshyami na eva dvayam iti yena ubhaya prapti asambhavat atmano manyamana ekameva prarthayet. So because by both means you cannot go to Poonamali by Mount Road and by Beach Road. You cannot go to Delhi. You can go, but at the same time you cannot go to Delhi from Chennai via Calcutta and via Mumbai. You cannot go to Delhi by two places, from two places at the same time. So the same logic, the same questioning possibility Arjuna is taking, because Arjuna is understanding it more in a physical sense for something that could be understood only in an intellectual sense. In an intellectual sense, there is no possibility of space differences. But in physical sense, when we understand, the spatial difference comes into picture. And that is the reason why moha itself means I am the body. The belief is moha. So when buddhim mohayasi means I am, the person who is asking this question is understanding himself to be the body, and that is why the question is arising in the mind of Arjuna. And here Bhagavan Shri Krishna very kindly begins his explanation for his question. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Lokesmin Dvividha Nishtha Pura Prokta Maya Nagha Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan says, Loke Asmin, in this world, Dvividha Nishtha. People are having two types of thought patterns. They are established in two types of thought patterns. What are they? Pura Prokta Maya Anagha. I have spoken before itself. I have told about all this before, O Krishna, O Arjuna. It is not something new, and I am not telling this for the first time. I have spoken before. What are the two paths? Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. For the people who are Sankhyas, the meditators, the path is Jnana Yoga. The path is through meditation. Karma Yogena Yoginam. For the yogis who are attached to karma, to action, it is through the path of karma. It's a very simple logic. Loke Asmin Shastra Anushtana Adhikritanam Traivarnikanam Dvividha Dviprakara Nishtha Sthitihi Anushtheya Tatparyam Pura Purvam Sargadau Prajaha Srishtva Tasam Abhyudaya Nishreyasa Prapti Sadhanam Vedartha Sampradayam Avikurvata Prokta Maya Avishkurvata Prokta Maya Sarvajnena Ishwarena He Anagha Apapa. Arjuna, you are an Anagha. You have not done any sin. You are a very sattvic person. You have very good intentions in your mind. I understand you. I get what you ask. And as Ishvara, as Sarvajna, the one who knows everything, in earlier times itself, I have spoken about two ways by which people can reach the goal. The way of jnana and the way of karma. Tatra kasa vividha nishtha iti aha. What are the two types of nishtha? What are the two types of established thought patterns? Jnana yogena jnanameva yogaha tena sankhyanam atma anatma vishaya viveka jnanavatam Brahmacharyashramat eva krita sanyasanam Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthanam Paramahamsa Parabrahmani eva Avasthitanam Nishtha Prokta. So Sankhyas, who are they? From the Brahmacharya ashrama, they have given up the thought of getting married, getting into a grihastha ashrama, and living the life of pleasures, earning money, providing for the family, participating in worldly activities. They've given all that up and they've taken sannyasa. They have said, no, I want to contemplate on the truth. I want to contemplate. I want to meditate. I want to realize the truth. That is going to be my path. So that is a jnana yoga. Jnana yoga sankhya. Atma anatma vishaya viveka jnanavatam. Who are these people? They know after studying in the Brahmacharya ashrama, and the teacher would have pointed them out to who you really are. Tattvam asi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, where they have studied in the Vedanta. So they know that I am that Brahman, and they want to, what is not Brahman and what is Brahman, they now know knowledge-wise from the Brahmacharya ashrama, Krita Sanyasanam. So they have given up everything else, every other pursuit in life, and taken up the study of the Shastras alone and contemplate on that truth, on that reality. So that is the Jnana Yogi. Who is a Karma Yogi? Karma Yogena Karma Eva Yogaha, Karma Yogaha, Tena Karma Yogena Yoginam, Karminam Nishtha Prokta Ityarthaha. Karma Eva Yogaha, integration of mind for these people is through karma, is through action. My mind is restless. I cannot, when with that restless mind, I cannot sit and try to meditate. It will not be possible. It will be just a waste of time. But at the same time, if my mind is restless and I engage the mind into some action which I love, and I do that action, I do that work, it can be even watching a movie, it can be even stitching, it can be cooking, it can be gardening, it can be working on accounts, it can be practicing yogasana pranayama, it can be practicing some musical instrument, it can be singing, it can be worshipping Bhagavan or something that we love to do. When we engage into that action, the mind automatically becomes quiet, and that is karma yoga. Yadi cha ekena purushena ekasmai purusharthaya jnanam karma cha samuchitya अनुष्ठेयं भगवता इष्टं मुक्तं वक्ष्यमानं वा गीतासु वेदेषु च उक्तं कथम इह अर्जुनाय उपसन्नाय प्रियाय विशिष्ट भिन्न पुरुषकर्तृके एव ज्ञान कर्म निष्ठे ब्रूयात्. If in this purushartha it is being spoken that for the same goal of life you follow the path of jnana as well as the path of karma. If that has been told, then how come Arjuna, who is a student, is asking, tell me one way whether it is jnana or karma? So there is a big discussion on this. We are not going into this discussion because it requires detailed study with quiet time in the presence of the teacher, of the master. So we will go through this process of understanding this verse alone. In brief, loke asmin vividhanishta pura prokta mayanagha. So I have spoken about two paths. One is the path of jnana yoga and the other is the path of karma yoga. Jnana yoga means meditation. Karma yoga means action. Through action, through work, through the body, I attain that state of peace of mind. I attain quietude of mind. Jnana yoga is through meditation, I attain the quietude of mind. And why are these two paths I have mentioned? So the next verse, I think I've not skipped anything in between. This is verse 6. Sorry, verse 3. Where is this verse 4 in between? Should come somewhere. 1 minute, please. Yes. Verse 4. Na karmana manarambhat naishkarmyam purushoshnute na cha sanyasana deva siddhim samadhigacchati. So Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, is enlightening Arjuna about karma in this whole chapter, karma yoga. He says, you want to attain jnana, you want to attain jnana means you want to attain that meditative state. Basically, jnana means that rest day in the end of the week we all seek. That rest day where we don't do any action, we all love that day. It is called a holiday or it is called Sunday, where we don't need to go to office, we don't need to do anything. We all love that. So that is only the whole essence of doing action. We go to work not to keep working and to enjoy that work alone. We go to work so that we are able to earn our rest for the week. And that's why it's called earned leave also sometimes. Na karmanam. So a person, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says that rest, you cannot have that meditation, that state of meditation, you cannot have na karmanam anarambhat. If you have not begun any actions, forget about meditation. That is what is the end result of this. Na karmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam purushaha ashnute. Purushaha, that independent being who's striving to do something good for himself in life or herself in life, will not attain that state of naishkarmyam. Naishkarmya siddhi means being able to just sit quietly, not doing anything. Everything is happening around, everything is beautifully happening. Once in a while we get into that mode. Somebody will tell us, you are not doing anything, Bhagavan is doing everything. And so we will just try to sit down. But after some time, we will not be in tune, we will not be in liking with the way things are progressing. We will get up and start doing whatever we need to do in between and interfere in the action in the situations. So naishkarmyam purushaha na ashnute. That state of nishkarma, that state of not doing any action, it does not happen without beginning any action. If you want to achieve that state of mind where no action is happening in the mind, in the sense the mind is very quiet, the mind is very still. Action means here in the mind, the different thoughts and the different activities related to the thoughts in the mind. Naishkarmyam purushaha na ashnute nacha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhi gacchati. And it is not because you give up everything then you will attain siddhi. It is like somebody says, I have to study for the standard 12 exam. And some teacher says, okay, give up television, give up WhatsApp, give up spending time scrolling on YouTube, Instagram, and X and other things. Then you will be able to achieve your goal of getting good marks in standard 12. And the person just gives up everything. Okay, gives up television, gives up WhatsApp, and is simply sitting happily at home. And he's doing something that the teachers and everybody else is not spoken about. He's just happily eating, sleeping, and all that. It is not going to get him good results in the standard 12 exams because giving up alone is not enough. You have to do something else. And what is it that you have to do? Na karmana manarambhat naishkarmyam purushaha ashnote na cha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhi gacchati. Just by giving up, you are not going to attain siddhi. And what is that siddhi? The quietude of mind, the calmness of mind, the steadiness of mind, where the truth alone reveals itself and there's nothing else to know, nothing else to do. That state of mind is not attained by just giving up actions. Naishkarmyam, nishkarma bhavam, karma shunyatam, jnana yogena nishtham, nishkriyatma swarupena eva avasthanam iti yavat purushaha na ashnute na prapnoti iti arthaha. So that state where I become calm, peaceful, quiet, meditative will not happen by just giving up actions. Karmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam na ashnute iti vachanat tad viparyayat tesham arambhat naishkarmyam ashnute iti gamyate. So if I don't begin actions, so the discussion is happening between the teacher and the student. If I don't begin the actions, then I will not attain Naishkarmya. So if I begin the actions, then will I attain Naishkarmya? Kasmat punaha karanad karmanam anarambhat Naishkarmyam na ashnata iti uchyate. Karmarambhasya eva Naishkarmya upayatvat nahi upayam antarena upayam upaya antarena nahi upayam antarena upeya praptihi asti. When I observe karma, only then naishkarmya is possible. Like the nishkarmata. Without the upaya, the upeya, the achieved, what can be achieved is the upeya. The upaya is the means. Without the upaya, you cannot achieve the upeya. Karma yoga upayatvam cha naishkarmya lakshanasya jnana yogasya shrutau iha cha pratipadanat. So again, there is a long discussion about karma yoga, jnana yoga, naishkarmya siddhi, and jnana karma samuchaya. In this chapter, many parts, there is a discussion on this samuchaya. But here we go back into the words of Bhagavan Shri Krishna through Bhagavan Adisankaracharya's words. Naja sanyasanad eva iti na api sanyasanad eva kevalat karma parityaga matrat eva jnana rahitat siddhim naishkarmya lakshanam jnana yogena nishtham samadhigacchati na prapnoti. So it is not just about giving actions. Without knowledge, there is no point in giving up actions. So you have to give up actions. At the same time, you have to have the knowledge. In many, many places in the Bhagavad Gita, these two words are being used. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. The way to quieten the mind, the way to control the mind is through abhyasa and vairagya. Vairagya is giving up. Abhyasa is practicing. We need in our life also, whatever we have around us, whatever problems we may have around us, whatever things we are trying to do but we are not being successful, it is all because the mind is playing games in that place. So we can remember only these two words. One is abhyasa, doing the right thing, and the other is vairagya, giving up what all is not taking us towards that goal. So it is as simple as that. Vairagya means give up, give it up. It will not take you to the goal, give it up. But giving up alone is not important. You have to do the right thing that takes you towards the goal. Kasmat punaha karanat karma sannyasa matrat eva jnana rahitat siddhim naishkarmya lakshanam purushaha na adhigacchati iti hetvakankszayam aha. So therefore, punakaranat, karma sannyasa matra, just by karma sannyasa, by giving up actions, jnana rahitat, without jnana, siddhim nyaishkarmya lakshanam purushaha na adhigacchati. Without jnana, by just giving up karma, the person will not attain that state of naishkarmya or nishkama bhava, nishkarma bhava, where no action is there but knowledge alone is there. Is it possible? No. Why is it not possible? Because there is an error in the human understanding, the human body, in the functioning against this. Like you cannot give up actions, and without knowledge you cannot sit quietly and expect to attain that state of self-realization. So what is that verse? Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krit karyate hyavashak karma sarva prakriti jair gunaihi. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi. Why cannot we give up actions, and without knowledge why we cannot do anything? Because nahi kaschit kshanamapi, even for a small second, jatu tishtati akarmakrit. The individual cannot exist in this world even for a small moment by giving up actions. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit karyatehi avashaha karma. The individual will be doing actions. Avashaha means even not being in control. Sarva prakriti jaihi gunaihi. This is the nature of all human beings who are prakriti ja. Born of prakriti means born of nature with the gunas of sattva guna, rajoguna and tamoguna, which is all of us. We will all be doing some action or the other based on the preponderance of the gunas that we have. Whether we are predominantly sattva, predominantly rajasic, or predominantly tamasic, we will do any of these three actions of these gunas. Nahi yasmat kshanamapi kalam jatu kadachit kaschit tishtati akarma krita san. Nobody can even sit for a second without doing action. Even if we are not doing anything, something or the other is acting in our body. Our life energy is always in action. The heart is beating, the breath is moving in and out, the stomach is digesting food, the brain is thinking, the legs and the hands are free to move. They keep wiggling and moving. So action is the significance of life in the body. Nahi. So without action, if there is a person, almost they will be wondering what has happened. Even the newborn baby, also immediately they pat the baby on the back, they make the baby to cry. The baby has to give a loud cry, wiggle its toes and legs, and then move, and only then everybody hears a sigh of relief. The baby is alive and born well. So yasmat kshanamapi kalam jatu kadachit kaschit tishtati akarmakrita san. Nobody can sit without any action for a small second also. Kasmat karyatehi yasmat avashayeva karma sarvaha prani prakriti jaihi prakrititaha jataihi sattva rajas tamobihi gunaihi. So everybody who is born from prakriti with the gunas of sattva, rajas and tamas, they will be engaged in action. Agnya iti vakya sheshaha yataha vakshyati gunair vichalyate iti sankhyanam pratakkaranat ajnanam evahi karma yoge na jnanam. So here, earlier, while talking about the Sankhya yogins, they are not moved by gunas. Gunairyo na vichalyate. Their mind is very steady, their mind is very stable. They are not perturbed by the modifications of gunas. That is the quality of a Sankhya yogin. When that is being pointed out, that is a wise person. But here, an Agnyaha, the one who does not know the truth, the one who does not know the reality, is a fit adhikari for karma yoga. Jnaninam tu gunaihi achalyamananam swataha chalana abhavat karma yogaha na upapadyate. So for the jnani whose mind is stable all the time, in terms of the qualities of gunas are not affecting that person's mind, for that jnani, karma yoga is not a fit means. There is no need for karma yoga. Whereas tathacha vyakyatam veda vinashinam yityam yayena majamavyayam katham sa purusha partha kam ghatayati hantikam. The previous verse, who is the one who is killing and who is the killer? These words were explained in chapter 2. Yahatu anatmagnaha choditam karma na arabate iti tad asateva iti aha. But for the one who has not realized the truth, if he has been engaged in some action, if he has been put into some action, it is not proper for him to give up that action and sit quietly. So he has not yet realized the truth. He has not yet realized the self. For such person, he should not abandon actions, is what Bhagavan Sri Krishna is trying to say. And here we will see the 6th verse. Why he should not abandon actions? What is the nature of that person who has been told to act on something, yet he is pretending to be a very great Mahatma, keeping his hands and legs together, eyes closed, appearing as if he is sitting in meditation? What is such person called according to Bhagavan Sri Krishna? Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharasya uchyate. Very, very strong words. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Karma indriyani hastadini samyamya. There are 10 sense organs, basically 5 sense organs of perception. Here he is talking of the 5 sense organs of actions. So people say, no, I am going to meditate. This meditation, I like meditation. They won't even say meditate because they don't have so much patience. I know meditation, I learned meditation, I'm going to sit and meditate, they say. But their mind is not quiet. The actions of the physical organs of actions are very active. I want to go to Delhi, I want to go to Dubai, I want to swipe on YouTube and see what happened latest, what is this case going on, how is that going on, what is this speaker doing, what is that influencer doing. I want to do all these things. I want to check on Facebook how many likes I've got, and I want to see who has seen my reels which I posted on X, or whether my WhatsApp post has got likes. So all these ideas are swimming in the head, but that person wants to sit for meditation. Okay, that is called karmendriyani samyamya, keeping all the hands, legs, the mouth closed and in a meditative posture, like pretending to meditate, sitting erect, spine erect, shoulders relaxed, hands are placed here, legs are as if sitting in Padmasana. The organ of reproduction, excretion also is not engaging in any activity at that moment. Karma indriyani samyamya ya aste. The person is sitting. But what is he sitting? How is he sitting? Manasa smaran. In the mind, he's thinking about Instagram, he's thinking about Twitter, he's thinking about WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, he's thinking about the telephone call, he's thinking about what happened yesterday, he's thinking about what will happen tomorrow, he's thinking about how he can take revenge with somebody, He's thinking about what is not good about the food today, and he's thinking about why the person is going on making again the same food that he doesn't like. Why can't they try something new? All these kinds of thoughts, like an noodles package, is inside the head. Tishtati manasa smaran chintayan. What is he thinking? Indriya arthan. He is thinking of only 5 things: the thoughts about different sounds, the thought about different forms, the thoughts about different smells, the thought about different tastes, and the thoughts about different experiences of the skin. Manasa smaran chintayan indriya arthan. The object of the senses, Vishayan, Vimudha Atma. Who is that person? He has got a special PhD in being a delusory person. Mudha means I am the body. Its simple definition for Mudha or a stupid person is believing that I am the body is a Mudha. And he is a Vimudha means specially believing I am the moody and I am the body, and acting accordingly also. Acting accordingly, talking accordingly, thinking accordingly, feeling accordingly, wanting accordingly, desiring accordingly, that I am the body. Vimudha Atma, Vimudha Antakaranaha. His Antakarana or the mind, the chitta, which is a storage of memory, the buddhi or the intellect, and the aham, the I thought, all of it is not filled with consciousness. It is filled with ignorance. It's filled with darkness. That's vimudha antakaranaha. That person is called a mithyacharaha, a person with false, false lifestyle. Mrishacharaha. Mrisha means falsehood. Like it is not the truth. What is the difference between a true lifestyle and a false lifestyle? A true lifestyle is somebody says something, you're actually upset, you're very angry because it is not in accordance with the way you have agreed. Truly expressing it, you should, when you tell the person, I'm very sorry, I do not accept this because there is a flaw in what you have said. It is not according to how we have discussed about this. So that is a lifestyle of truth. A lifestyle of falsehood is no, you do not want to hurt that person who has done this because you want something out of that person later, and so you say no, you have done a good thing. Like it's a very simple thing. When you're really feeling hungry and you go to somebody's house and they ask, you want to eat food here, we are making some good food, you want, no, I just ate at home, actually there's hunger inside, I just ate well at home, you tell a lie. It is mithyachara. The same way, such a person who controls his organs of action, who does not do anything, because when you do things in through your organs of action, then you're considered a normal human being like everybody. Only when you're sitting in meditation, like it sets you apart from the others, you look very special. And so you want to be special and you don't want to look like a normal human being. And so you go to the path of meditation. That is called a mithyachara, when actually in your mind you're craving crazily for all the things of the world, all the pleasures of the world you are interested in. That's papa achara. Papa means it is something that can disturb the mind. Sa uchyate. So we will continue with the 7th verse onwards for the next 7 verses tomorrow. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. हर नमः पार्वती पतये. हर हर महादेवा. हरि ओम.